Hello, Facebook world. Yep, this is it. Brick Street Brian's. Hello, everybody. This is Brian Cook.
And this is Brian Olson. How's everybody?
And we are the Brick Street Brian's. We are doing this thing live this time because Mr. Cook, that's me, forget to hit the record button if we do it live. Right, Brian?
That is correct. Yep.
Episode 5 twice was fun, but we're not looking forward to doing it again. Literally again. How's everybody doing? We have the countdown right over there. We've got 13 hours, 48 minutes, and 43 seconds until season 2.0, Legoland New York. Is everybody excited? Listen for the roars. Right? I got a cute little video for you. This is how excited my son Charlie is.
I love Legoland.
Look at that, huh? That was from the other night when we ate at Bricks. I got some cool videos, pictures, images, all kinds of stuff for you. Episode 7 will be our next episode. That will be on the event that Brian and I went to, the Professor Bricks Master Honorary Model Builder. I just want to make sure I get it right. Here we go. Brian's got his all decked out already. Mine's not as decked out, but there we are. We are Honorary Master Model Builders. So, Brian, how does it feel being equal?
Doesn't feel good, but I figured the day should have came eventually.
So out of the hundreds and hundreds of sets that Brian has probably put together, I can show you my two. Here is the first one. That is the first Lego set that I've ever built, like official Lego set, not just playing around with the blocks. And I've stepped it up. Thank you for the person who gave me this. It was an awesome gift. Get well gift here. And that is the Legoland New York set right there. All 598. Why did they stop at 598, Brian? Can you explain?
Because I figured 2 more bricks would have been too much for you.
Yeah, it's funny because that's how many pieces are in this set. 598. I made some mistakes, right, Brian? I had to figure out the manual. Lego, I got some issues with you. Color coding, if they're the correct color, right, Brian? I was right on that.
Well, yeah.
There was no color coding that block correctly.
You sent me a picture. I think it was step 1.
Yeah.
Which brick goes where?
1.2. Yes, it was not that far, but it was not right. And it was not fun because I thought I was missing a piece. So,
yeah.
But this little one, the little Millennium Falcon, was a breeze. But my fingers hurt after the little pieces on that big old city. I can tell you that. All right, now that we got that intro out of the way, we've got all kinds of stuff for you. I'm going to go over it real quick, and then we're going to get into it. We got new security procedures. We've got new pricing. We've got Brick's new menu. We've got Skyline Bar's new menu with pictures, of course, of all of this. Brian's got a new favorite drink. He'll tell you all about that. We've got a new favorite entree we like for lunch as well. Mobile ordering is good to go. So they're testing out a couple locations we'll tell you about. Stairs galore, right? We're going to talk about all the stairs. Brian got some good pictures, and we were walking up and down them already, and it's a lot of them. The infrastructure changes, we're going to update a little bit. We've got some new pavers around all the water areas, some new landscaping done and stuff like that. We got to view the actual spot where Lego City Theater is going to go. We've got some images of the new Pirate Theater going on down there at the Pirate Field. Some updates on what the hub is looking like. I call it the hole. That's what we're going to refer to this thing until it's filled, right, Brian? The hole?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian likes all my terminology. And then we've got new playground fencing, right, Brian? We saw that in action when we were there. Lots of new safety and security stuff all over the park, from new security cameras to plexiglass to the new safety signs to new alert signs saying, like, caution. This attraction has lights and craziness, or as Charlie says, Ninjago. Ninjago. I want to go on Ninjago. Yeah. And then we're going to discuss the food Oasis real quick, and then we're going to end with the iMagic photo service. So let me go and load up the slideshow here. Brian, we got to see it. There is new security procedures in place, right?
Yeah, so the new security procedures, the last couple times that we went to the park, during off-season, it was actually really fast to get through security now. They have these like new towers. I would say that maybe like they're similar to Disney, where you just walk in.
Look at you using magical terminology like the towers.
But yeah, it's very similar to, I guess, Disney's technology, where it's probably detecting something that it knows what it is to detect, like unlike metal.
Yeah, it's got to be
something
some
like
kind
that.
of microwave type system, microwaves, I should say, not microwave, but microwaves type system that is sending out and looking for those certain items, correct?
Yeah, because I know how. Like,
Yeah.
I'll just talk about. I know how Disney's works. I talking
Okay.
to a cast member. Disney has some type of like algorithm that can detect certain shapes of different objects. So a glasses case that is metal will always throw off the detector because it thinks it's a magazine for a gun. So when
Gotcha.
you walk through Disney, you always make sure your glasses case is out in front of you. So if they know it detects it, they know it's in your hand and that's a glasses case. I don't
Okay.
know if it's the same technology here, but it's got to be similar because I've walked in with keys, keychains. If anyone who has seen me in the park, I have a ton of Lego minifigure keychains on my backpack, and that would have thrown off any metal detector. But in this
Trying to
case,
load the comments as we're talking here. Sarah says, things that make you say, Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess let me show you more of the details here, Brian. That might help you out as well. So it says remove all bags from strollers, mobility devices, proceed single file, avoid bumping these towers. All right, and then hold bags close to your body. So, yeah, and they even use the word detector. So it's got to be some kind of AI type system that is, been trained and well serviced. So hopefully this speeds things up because that's the last thing we like, right? Getting to the park and then having to wait in line for security and then having to wait in another line just to get into the attraction. Yeah. So, they invested in that reverse parking payment system to speed things up getting in. And then you're, going to security and waiting half an hour sometimes. So hopefully that does speed things up. Same thing here with the bag check policy. Okay, so extra measure. Some of the bags may be subject to search. The following items are prohibited. Okay, so outside food and beverages, it says water and small snacks are allowed. Okay, so no coming in with full, picnic buffet meals, but you're allowed to bring in food and stuff like that. Okay, coolers larger than 12 by 10. So make sure your cooler is smaller than that. No glass containers, obviously, that's for safety and stuff like that. And they don't want, somebody dropping it. Luggage, rolling racks, carts, or similar items. We'll have to see how that's getting played out with. Before people brought in some pretty big wagons, right, Brian?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think a couple of people have asked this year too, like, is wagons allowed? We saw them last year, and I myself have a wagon that I would have brought my son in, and I don't want to keep bringing it back to Disney, but Disney has a cart or wagon policy as well. So I think it's probably the same thing where you could probably bring. Oh, it doesn't specifically say wagon, but it does say carts. So there's probably a certain size limit.
Yeah, once it gets a little ridiculous, like those big old Wagoneer ones, they might be like, But all right, so here we go. This is my cup of tea. New pricing, right? So 2022 pricing. So for parking, strollers, and wheelchairs, ECVs, standard parking is now $25. Doesn't matter if you get it beforehand or if you get it at the park. It's not going to save you that $5 like it used to. I guess it would be convenient to pre-pay for it or pre-buy it, just so that you have it already like on your app or on your phone or something like that, or the printout. Other than that, I'm pretty sure you could just pay for it on the way out. So, and I'm pretty sure they're planning on having all the gates operational now that they did all the software updates and stuff last year. I think all that's going to be starting Friday, just boom, just right away, no matter what. So here we go. Strollers, $16. Okay, so that's a single stroller. The doubles are $22. You've got the wheelchairs that are $14, and then the ECVs that are $56. The ECVs come with that full canopy on top, and that's a full day's use. So if your ECV goes out, loses a charge or something like that, they'll bring in another one. So all of that's part of it. Let's see what else we got. I think the next part is me. My favorite dinner at Bricks was delicious. I can't wait to show you the pictures. But here is the new updated menu, okay? So they've got all kinds of new items on top of the menu as well, okay? So, and then we've got the shareables here. They added the burgers. That's huge, right, Brian? Burgers at dinner. That's our favorite burger, the Hudson Valley burger. The black and blue is my new favorite. That's new for this year, new season. Okay. And then they've got all kinds of new items. They brought back the whole roasted chicken, which was the number one item of everybody liked last year. They added the sweet country ribs, which are now my number one favorite. The tomahawk ribeye steak, which is at market price. This thing's like, Brian, no joke, right? It's like massive. This thick, and it's like this. It's huge. It's huge. Yeah. So I'm sure it's going to cost you a pretty penny, but I'm sure it's a lot of food. So you're going to have and prime steaks. These are all Pat LaFrieda beef steaks. So, and then the pan-seared salmon. I'm not a fish guy, but give it a shot. Okay. The grilled skirt steak is the exact same skirt steak that Brian's going to talk about on the new steak sandwich, which is now it might be our favorite, right, Brian?
Yeah, I mean the Hudson Valley burger was always my favorite, but now that steak sandwich is
and they're very close in pricing, so it's like it might be like okay, last time I did that, so I'll do this. Last time I did that, so I'll do this. I might flip back and forth, but when we go to dinner, when the cooks go to dinner, it's funny to say that, but when the cooks go to dinner, we will be either splitting the ribs and a salad probably, and then Charlie will get either the build a own pasta thing, kids meal, or they have pizzas now, kids cheese pizzas now as well that they make that are smaller, or he can get the chicken fingers and fries, which is always the go-to classic. Or we're going to split the grilled skirt steak and do the same thing. Just grilled skirt steak. When we show you the pictures of what it comes with, I can show you that now. It's incredible. But the jumbo hand stretch pizzas are all still there. And people were saying like, oh, like everything is so big there. It is. Everything is huge there. All the serving sizes are gigantic. The burgers are not. Okay. The burgers are priced and individual. Okay. The build your own pasta, I think it's pretty big. I saw it. It was very big. So it's definitely a shareable size. And then the jumbo hand stretched pizzas, but the cost is not. My local pizza place down the street is $20 for a cheese pizza. So for $22, $25, I mean, this thing is huge too, right, Brian? It's like, I can't even get my other hand image, but
they're
it's
huge.
a big pizza. All right. So here we go. This picture does not do it justice because this is one of my, foodie type pictures from aerial view of how big this thing was. So I'll show you, but these ribs were fabulous. They had the citrus of the peach inside. They roast them up there. Full, huge rack of ribs. We had that for dinner, another dinner, and a lunch. Okay. So delicious. Fall off the bone. It's going to be hard not to go back up and get those each and every time. The grilled skirt steak we'll talk about in a second here because it was on our sandwiches, right, Brian? But same thing with the chimichurri. Oh, chimichurri is makes everything better, right? Yeah. And then you have the fingerling potatoes, which we're going to talk about too because we got those at lunch, and the loaded fingerling potatoes were absolutely amazing. I think this was the best choice they made on the adjustments they made up there because they're so good. They're higher quality. They taste delicious. I'm sure they're battered in 5 gallons of butter, but these things are amazing. And then you've got this huge thing of fresh sauteed vegetables, right? So you got the carrots, the squashes, and stuff like that. I'm sure this will rotate as seasonal vegetables come in. So, but huge. And then the shocker, these smoked cheddar grits. I'm not a grits person. I was like, what are these things? What is going on? Are they like mashed potatoes or not? These ones are creamy and delicious. So the head chef there at the hotel is from the South, and you can tell. From the ribs to the grits, spot on. Yeah, just like that chicken we had, right? Remember the chicken? The fried chicken? Oh, so good.
That was really good.
So this will show you how big those trays are. Okay, everything's coming on this new contemporary look with these trays, open serve, very modern looking and stuff like that. And it's just great because it's just such a large, that's a full slab, right? So you're not going to be hungry after this, okay? Just to show you the size. And then we ended it with the strawberry cake. They had the strawberry cake at one of the dinners we went to recently, and we liked it so much. And now it's a main entree. They even bump it up a little bit. The sauce that they put on, they come out and pour it on for you. It's warm, and then as it cools, it hardens, and it's so delicious. Fresh strawberries, fresh cake. It's like a soft cake. Brian, you had the cake last time too, right?
Yeah, the cake was really good. Yeah. I didn't have it the full feature like you have it here in the picture, but the cake, the flavor,
softness. They had the little squares, right, for the line. Yeah,
those were good.
So good. Yeah. All right. And there's just to give you a better view because I take these, grand, artistic, beautiful photos, right, Brian? All right. And this is where Brian's going to take over because this is all his territory.
Yeah. So this drink right here is now my all-time favorite. It is let me get the name of it. Which, I think I should have been a little bit more prepared. It was a passion
fruit cooler?
Passion fruit cooler.
I know the name. I didn't even drink it.
It's my now new favorite. It's a little sweet. But the mint in there kind of just changes everything. So you just be sipping it, you taste some sweetness, you got the alcohol in it, and it's got the muddled mint. And when you hit those little notes of mint,
Notes of mint.
yeah, it really changes up the drink. So this is like my new favorite. I had this at lunch last Friday, and then my wife and I actually had to go back to the hotel on Saturday to both. I had to have her try it, and
Yeah, this is it's got Malibu rum, right?
Yeah.
So it's Malibu rum, passion fruit puree, lime juice, club soda, and fresh mint. Delicious.
Yeah,
I can't
really
wait
good.
until I can try some alcohol again someday. Yeah. Awesome. All right, let me go to the next one. You can talk all about the new Skyline menu here.
Yeah, so the Skyline menu had some changes. I think this kind of similar to what it was, last season and also during the off season. But the one thing that's been added was the loaded fingerling potatoes, which has cheese sauce, bacon, scallions, and sour cream.
Oh, there's a picture coming up.
Yeah, actually,
and the French fries too.
Yeah,
those are new because those are.
Yeah. French fries were always just ask for them and they'll give it to you, but now it's actually on the menu.
All right.
And then the classic Caesar salad, mixed green salad, and probably our new favorite thing, the steak sandwich. So grilled sliced skirt steak with chipotle ranch. So it's got a little bit of it's got a flavor of ranch, but then it also has a little bit of spice to it. So as you eat the sandwich, it doesn't really build up, but you do kind of get that little.
Yeah, I didn't taste much of the chipotle at all. I thought it just had like a good zing to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like something that's not super spicy, not spicy really at all. You just get that kind of like a chipotle, little bit of zing to it, as Brian said, and the
zing.
provolone cheese and the caramel onions are really good as well.
He meant caramelized. It's okay.
Yeah.
Caramel. We should try that. We should tell them to do that next time. Give me some of those caramel onions. Yeah. And then just the update on this one, I could just discuss it real quick. The black and blue burger. Oh, and the shrimp tacos, right?
Those shrimp tacos are new.
Oh, and the marinated. So, okay, I take that back. There's a lot of new on here. 75% of it's new. The marinated portobello sandwich is what I'm going to try next time because I heard it's fabulous, and I just need to taste it before I tell you that it is fabulous. And then some updates. The chicken. So the kids menu here is the pizzas. So the cheese and pepperoni little pizzas are updated. They also have the Texas toast grilled cheese now. And then the other items are the ones that they had last year. So, and then this is what Brian wants me to show you guys or have you up here is the pictures, right, Brian? That's what you were asking for?
Yeah, there's a steak sandwich.
Oh, this thing was perfect. Perfect. So that's going to be tough too now to go up there and get the Hudson burger over this. But I will every once in a while. And then the loaded fingerling potatoes, right, Brian?
Yeah, those are pretty good. I didn't eat as much as I was hoping. Like, I think
he didn't, but I did. I made it for him.
I think we left a couple on the plate and you took some home. But yeah, those were really good.
Yeah, those were fabulous. These are the same fingerling potatoes that come with the chimichurri steak at night. So they're just not all dressed up like they are here. So, but you can get them if you want to. So, all right, Brian, what's this business all about?
Yeah, so mobile ordering. So right off of the Legoland New York app. So I want to say like the app is going to be very important for season 2.0.
Yeah.
So if you're going over to the park and you don't have the app installed in your phone, you're doing the park wrong. You should install the app and you're going to be using it a lot because now it's going to have mobile ordering. So right off of the app, you can actually order food, and when you order it, they'll text you when it's ready and you go over to the window to pick it up. It's going to be very helpful. You don't have to wait online for your food to be ready. You can just do it and just go when it's actually ready for you. So it'll actually notify you when food is ready. So mobile ordering is available at Royal Feast. So that's in the castle area. Showtime Snacks, which is right next to the outdoor amphitheater, and Ninja Kitchen, also within Ninjago, are now mobile order locations. So make sure you download the app before going to the park because it's going to be very important to not only just look at the map, show times, ride times, everything like that, but mobile ordering is going to be game changer for the park this year. Because
I think this is new for them. So basically, what they're doing is using these 3 locations as test trials, and depending on how a test trial goes, obviously they're going to expand it as soon as they can to the other locations. I will tell you, compared to Disney, like feedback on mobile ordering, I think at the beginning was like, "This is great." And now it's like not so great because instead of walking up to a counter and getting food 15, 20 minutes later, you're ordering and then you're telling them you're here. And then 45 minutes to an hour later, they're saying, okay, come get your food. So not saying that this will work the same because it's a different system and it's trial and error and all that kind of stuff. But once it does become that, we will let you know so that you can expect to do that. So you can put your order well in advance and stuff like that. And maybe they could give like feedback times and stuff. But I think it's just basically cool because you don't have to stand in line to wait, right? Yeah. You're going to wait for them to tell you it's ready and then walk right up.
If anyone has been at the park last year and have tried to order food from Royal Feast at noon, you're standing in the sun for a good long time.
Yeah, I think that they played that smart by having that as the first trial area, right?
Yeah. Royal Feast having that as mobile ordering is very smart because right in front of Royal Feast, there's no shade. And that line gets really long. So
once again, I'll be there with my umbrella. So you'll know who I am because I will have an umbrella every single day. All right. And then there's these little icons that you're going to be able to walk up to and hit it if you don't have the app already and stuff like that. And it will give you the menu and items and all that. So you could pause the video here and take a look right now if you want to. It'll show you. So go ahead and do that. Okay. So let's see. Brian.
Stairs.
They put some stairs in the park.
Lots of stairs.
I counted the big one right there. Remember, I was walking up and counting it, and I forgot what it was. It was 30, I think, 8 or 36 steps for that one.
Yeah, I think it was 36.
Something like that, right? Yeah. And that's not even mentioning the new hub one, which looks like it has a whole nother solid area of them there. So they wanted them, right? That was one of the number one things requested for the park that everybody showed us where they were going to walk. So they built them.
Yep. So. And I posted the picture of the stairs for the first time we saw them. And I commented this in the group, and I'm going to reiterate what I actually commented. I said, I'm going to see how long it takes for the first person to complain about stairs. And like what Brian even commented in that same group, post was that was the number one complaint last year was that why aren't there stairs? What's with the pathing? Why must we walk an entire path through something if we just can go, up a group of stairs? Yep. Well, Legoland actually takes the time to see guests' experiences change and, listen to actual guests. And they did. They added a whole bunch of stairs. So you don't have to walk around an entire area. Now, people did comment saying, oh, well, this is a nightmare for strollers. Oh, this is a nightmare for wheelchairs. Well, the pathing is still there. That same exact path that you had to wind around is still going to be there but for the people who are not, using a wheelchair or someone who's not using a stroller or something like that now can take a shortcut to many different areas of the park. And one of the biggest, the second picture in the middle, it's hard to see, but there's a new path all the way from where that drink section is that just kind of bypasses the entirety of Pirates. So you can make completely different paths going using the actual paths that Legoland actually built, listening to guests, and it makes it so much easier. So, and you know what? Again, working out.
Knowing human behavior, okay, everybody in the group, I'm guessing people will still take their strollers down these stairs. They'll do the crazy balance, grab it from the front, grab it from the back, and just wait. And please post those pictures so that I know I'm right. All right. So speaking of that, taking shortcuts and corners, here we go. We got the new pavers. There's new pavers all over the place. These ones I think were built for facilities because they have the cleaning crew and stuff like that drive like vans after the hours and park and stuff cleaning. So I think they were clipping those edges as they were driving through there. They could be for us. They could be for people, but they are nice and gorgeous. So,
I think the next couple of slides are all I think we're going to be focusing on kind of infrastructure of the park right now. So beautification and new things that we've seen around the park that are either coming or infrastructure changes as well. Yep.
All right, and the next one here, we got to see the layout of the area of the new nature maze. So we previously had called this the Friends Nature Maze on a video, and we're not so sure anymore because we think it's like a kingdom-based maze. Like, how kingdoms and castles have courtyards with mazes in them, like Old English and Scottish and all those countries. So that's what we're thinking. Plus, there's a dragon here because it's next to the castle, but we don't think it's going to be Friends theme. We think it's going to be like general castle-ish type theme. So, but we're eager to see that start getting worked on. And then Brian, you got some great pictures of these water areas that they paved as well now, right? With drainage.
Yeah. So now, all around the water fountains and like the bottle refills, they've added these nice pavers, again, beautification of the park. I mean, adding this little piece, changes the look of it.
Yeah, it makes it
completely.
look much different.
And then on the right-hand side, there's a couple, I think there's maybe 2 in the park.
Yeah, we definitely saw, I think, 1 or 2.
Yeah, there's now a dog bowl. So if you have a service animal that needs water, now they actually have a little dog bowl that, you can give them some water. So,
yeah, that's not there to rinse off your feet.
Yeah, or you have a small kid that you don't care about. You just have them
Yeah,
in there.
bathe them in there, right? I wouldn't suggest that, just to let you guys know. All right. Just got to clarify, people, that guy on the Facebook group said we're supposed to wash our feet here before going down to Miniland. Yeah.
Don't do that.
I do sound like that too, by the way, when I say stuff like that. All right. But yeah, don't do that. And then this one we're kind of iffy on, right, Brian? Yeah. Like, it's designed as if you're supposed to be able to walk in there now, but then there's a giant sign that says, but it says don't climb, but it also says from the path. Is that a path? Is it? We got to get clarification. Yeah, right. And obviously they're planning on growing some grass on the sides where it's brown, but yeah, I think they're going to, like, I don't know, because you're going to be, how are you going to stop a kid from mounting that coyote or that wolf? Right? Come on. Kids, I mean, they're going to sit on the log. The log looks like it's a bench.
Yeah.
There's going to be kids jumping off that rock. There's going to be kids putting their arm in the coyote mouth. I don't know. They made that too inviting if you're not going to be allowed to walk in there, right? Yeah, and Brian seriously wants to know, are his baby ducks coming back?
Yeah, I should have asked. I missed the baby ducks. The baby ducks are still gone. They're not there anymore. So again, last year there was a mother and her baby ducks, all Lego built from the Amazing Master Builders, just right as you're walking down the hill from where this is shown. And one day the mother's duck head was missing. So ever since she was decapitated,
it was duck season. This is Goshen, New York. It was duck season. Okay.
Ever since she was decapitated, the mother duck and babies have not been there. So
we forgot to ask. We forgot to ask so many questions.
Yeah.
We had literally everybody at our fingertips during this Professor Bricks party. Marketing team, engineering team, model master team. Everybody from every different department was there. We were so like, we got shirts. Like, we were just like frantic and it was so calm. And then the weather was crazy. It was like beautiful 5 minutes. And then it was like hailing another 10. There was some crazy guy up in the middle of Brick Street outside in the hail. That was me. I got video. It was great. Right. So like, I don't know. We forgot to ask. We got so many questions for them, but they're all very nice people. So I think they're going to be able to answer our questions as long as they know who I am now, and they do, right, Brian? I really got to step up my name tag game.
Yeah, I added my minifigure. I had a whole bunch of.
Okay, first off, I don't know if you know this, but some clown named Brian with an I has my minifigure and still needs to give it to me.
Yeah, so I actually put it in one of the bags that I have that I store all my minifigures in, and I brought it with me, and I forgot to give it to you Friday.
I'm just going to put the one on Connor gave me. This was the first minifigure that MC gave to my son, Connor, who's no longer there. But, okay, that is the new Brian because I am a little thief, right? With handcuffs. Yeah. So, you guys will know that it's from if you've been to the park and, been to the theater. But which theater, right, Brian? Which theater? Now we got to say which theater. The Palace Theater, because you don't want to get that mixed up with the Lego City Theater, which is coming up very soon. But, oh, wait.
Yeah, there we go. Look at that segue.
I didn't time that out perfectly or anything. All right, here we go. So here is number 47 there in the middle is where the Lego City Theater is going to go with the production show. We should have looked up the name again, and we totally didn't. But it definitely has a name. Something detective something, I think, right? Doesn't that sound right?
It is actually called...
Oh, geez, Brian's gone. Oh, wait, he's back.
Oh, wait, did I disappear for a second?
Yeah, your camera, you were definitely gone. Let me
Oh,
see. Do I look better in the dark? Let's do the second half of the video in the dark. Oh, but see, my camera puts me in like slow-mo. So definitely not doing that.
yeah.
But this is the area where the Lego City is going to go. It's going to go between the playgrounds to the left of Coast Guard, but to the right of the Granny Apple Fries. Okay, so and there's a mystery pad. This area, which is also kind of, it's got some labeling on it. It's got some surveying done on it. It's kind of flat. It's just to the right of the castle, but to right before you get into Lego City. So I think it'd be still considered Lego Castle area. But there's definitely something going on that they're going to put over there. And I'm thinking and hoping, right, Brian? We want the jousting ride.
Yeah, the
I don't think
jousting
it's gonna
ride
be
would
that.
be cool. But
Yeah.
so the Detective Trace and Earthbeat are the
Okay,
two
so
shows
Earthbeat
for.
and Detective Trace are the two shows that are going to be going on over there.
Yep.
I can tell you already, Earthbeat's my jam. Yeah. So, but here it is, this big mystery pad area, very large, and we're not exactly sure what's going to go there. We'll have to see. All right. Now we're talking about the hole in the park, and it is a big hole, right, Brian? It's a big hole. They took like half the mountain away. They're building buildings and bathrooms and paths, and there's construction everywhere. And I think that's going to be there for a while because it's very difficult to work on a park when the park is open. And now that the park is open, we don't have the most up-to-date pictures, but we have pictures from very recent, like this one here. That is the path that's going to go up to the left side of Ninjago, right? One of the sides. And then there's another path that's going up the other side, okay? Here is the big, huge path that's coming from Castle, Lego Castle, towards Miniland. So you're looking towards Miniland now, and that path is already built there. But that still doesn't show what I like to call the hole, or they're calling the hub. Okay, so there it is. Looking down, it doesn't look that bad, right? Because you can't see the side of the mountain that got carved out, okay, for the surveying and the landscaping and flattening and all that. But it's a big hole, right, Brian?
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah. And you can't really see, but in the middle of the picture there is the path that goes down into Lego City straight ahead, which we got pictures of as well. Here's more towards the splash pad area, looking towards the right there of the water playground coming in. And then heading over to Miniland, it goes right into DC there as the path is going to go right into the DC section there of Miniland. Okay. Here is the left side of the hole with the stairs coming down. Those are those big stairs I just talked about, coming down straight into the food oasis, right, Brian? Something about a food oasis, right? Okay, yeah. So the food oasis coming up, but there it is, coming straight down to the food oasis. That's the big path. This is the secondary path coming off the left-hand side, so coming from the hub, and it's going to come straight down to where the water playground will be. This comes right by the food and beverage area there that everything taco is going to go, and then where the big statue was with the big water, fire thing. I'm not sure if they're going to move that or not, but maybe we'll see. So I think they should take it, Brian, and put it in Goshen like they did in the Miniland area where you put your turtle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They should just put that right downtown Goshen.
Beatrice would love it.
You Goshens will love that one. Are they called Goshens? What are they called?
Goshenites? I don't know.
No, they're definitely called Goshens. We're not getting them mixed up with those Pennsylvania Dutch. Yeah. All right. So here we go. The playground fencing is new around both playgrounds. Is really cool fencing. It encloses the entire playgrounds, both over at Pirates. We don't have those pictures, but we do have the one at Lego City because our sons were in there. And yes, you're perfectly capable of putting your kid in there and, hanging out on the outside, but you probably should be somewhere close in there because playgrounds are playgrounds. But yeah, awesome new feature that they've got here that you can just kind of, it's a one way in, one way out for security. We noticed also, Brian, security cameras, right, up around the playground areas. So there's security cameras now. There's also plexiglass in the kids' areas as well. So you can kind of see it on the top edges there. I think, there's a picture there. Okay. And in the back there is the security camera we noticed. There's a couple of them all in the area there. So really good that they're trying to be as safe as possible. So, and then here we go with what we've got as the water playground coming. The big thing coming, right? Not sure when, but it's coming. The concern that Brian and I have is gravity. Now, we are not civil engineers, but I have no idea how they're going to level this ground so that the water stays where the water should stay. Like this whole entire area is a 40-degree grade. Like, are they going to cut down towards city and then level it out? Are they going to bring dirt up and then it's going to be higher than like some of Pirate? Like, I'm sure they've got it all figured out, but looking at it now, you can't really tell, but it's like this. That whole land area mass is crooked.
Yep.
But so I'm not sure. Maybe they're going to do a little bit of both. Take the dirt from here and put it over here and then make it leveler. Is that a word? Leveler? Because if you carve down, you're going to have stairs going down into the area. And if you carve left and right, you're going to have either lower or higher buildings than dirt. I don't know. I can't wait to see it, though, right? This is going to be the highlight of this season once it's there.
Yeah, this is going to be the biggest new attraction at Legoland this year. Because
I'm going to build those boats. And now that we are equal, even if I have to do a little con artery, okay? It's funny that it's a con artist, and I got it from Connor. I just thought of that on my own, but I can't wait. I'm going to crush you. I'm going to drill holes in your Legos, and your boat's going to sink.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So across the way there, next thing we're going to talk about is the Food Oasis, right? So the Food Oasis is sponsored by Grubhub, but it has no real involvement with Grubhub at all. So Grubhub, I think, paid for the area to be made so that it's basically an advertisement for them. They may or may not do some stuff during the year, I guess, possibly like they did last year, but it's just really a really cool area, nice area. It's right next to where City Dogs is going to go. So City Dogs is right there on the right-hand side. So get those dogs. That's going to be a tough choice. Which one's best, right? And then if you look in the back up there, those are the stairs going up to the hub. So it is perfectly in a location. And then this is a top secret little thing here on the backside. You got a building wall. You could build Legos right there. Okay. So not as much shading as I would like to see, obviously, on the like area here with the kids and stuff like that, because it looks like a fun little area. But there's definitely shading at like the tables and everything like that. You can see the umbrellas that they have and stuff like that. So and I'm sure they're planning on adding more and stuff like that along the way. But there you go with the Food Oasis. And I wanted to check to see what we had. I think we're almost at the end here because we are making a long one. The iMagic photo service, right? Brian, did you want to talk a little bit about that? You want me to cover it?
Yeah, we can talk a little bit about it. So when we got to the park on the day that we went, we were given one of these cards. And
feel free to scan this card, by the way, if you pause the video later and you want to scan this card because I didn't use it. So scan away.
Yeah, so you open your phone and you take a picture of the QR code, or
I'll do that real quick so I can show them when it pops up.
Yeah, you scan it with your phone, and then there's an option to like view, buy, share online. So I think it was what, $49?
Yeah, so I think the pricing that I heard, they had a promotion obviously for friends and family, so a lot of people were sharing that price. That won't be the price going forward. I believe it was $45.99 per day, and they don't currently have any offers or specials or anything like that for season pass holders. I'm sure they're going to work on that though, but so here you go. It comes up as soon as you do that, you just put in your phone number and then it will kind of set you up with an account. Okay. So, and it just says add view by. You can't really do anything without adding a picture first. So we were kind of confused because we had the cards and then we went to a location, the factory ride, and we wanted to add a picture. But then they said, before we can add the picture, you have to scan it and set up your account, but it really doesn't let you set up the account until you add a photo. So I know it was trial and error that day, so I'm sure they've got it figured out. And we're not sure exactly where all these locations are going to be. Hopefully they operate them sort of like Disney does the Photo Pass with, photographers at every character location, at every attraction. Obviously the rides will have it. So Lego Factory Ride. Does Ninjago? I think Ninjago might, because
it
like has your picture, right?
Yeah, because I'm on the top player of the week almost every week. So.
You sort of were, because there was a malfunction. Let's just talk about the malfunction.
I would have beat you anyway.
I went back later that day and crushed his score. Crushed it. And it didn't update. He was still there. His mugshot was still there. So
and the way that it works too is like once you upload the selfie to iMagic, the system creates an anonymous user profile, which then uses the match with the photos that are taken. So it's got like a whole AI, photo recognition. So whenever your photo is taken anywhere within the park, either by a photographer, ride, or whatever.
But let's say I just put my phone number in. I don't see, and then apparently I got to put my birthday. So let me just make one up. Okay. I don't see any area that you do that now. Oh, and it's you got to do this verification code thing over again. I ain't got time for this. So let me see. It sent me the code just now. Let's see. 7 4. I guess I should have read this. 7 8. Okay, so putting in the code. All right, it's loading up. We'll see what it goes to. So it does a little tutorial thing first. Okay, enter in your phone number, choose your attraction. Okay, so I'm going to close that out. This is what it comes to, Brian. Nowhere does it say add. It just says add a photo number, scan QR code, or ask operator. That's all it is. And then if I hit the little menu item at the top, this is the options it gives me: home, add media, account settings, help and support, terms and conditions, privacy, and logout.
Maybe it's add media, because that's the way the description is in the important information.
When I hit add media, it comes right back to the screen. Collect photos, enter photo number, scan QR code, ask an operator. So maybe they're still working on that system.
Yeah, we might have to get clarification on that, or I'll test it tomorrow, because, it's kind of interesting that it tells you to upload a selfie within the important information on the Legoland New York app, but you can't do that. So unless someone changed afterwards.
But I am glad to tell you all that we are now under 13 hours. Look at that.
Woo-hoo!
We made the video long enough, so it's a whole hour shorter. 12 hours, 58 minutes, and 12 seconds. I am going to try tonight to figure out a way to get this running on our Facebook page live. Just clocking time. All right. For those of you still looking for a booking of a night, obviously Legoland, I think, still has availability directly through the hotel. Book through them if you want the experience at Legoland Hotel. Okay. And then that Home 2 Suites offer is still available, so you guys can email Heather. The resort, the hotel we went to was great. I can't wait to see some more, get some more ideas for everybody in the group, and we'll try to bring as many promotional stuff as we can. Other than that, I think that's it, right, Brian?
Yeah, I think we've covered everything that we wanted to cover prior to opening. Tomorrow, April 8th, opening.
Perfect.
10 a.m.
Leave a like, comment, share. I'm supposed to say that, I guess. Okay, right? Yeah, so do that, I guess, if you want. Nobody's going to force you. No. All right, that's it. Brian Cook out.
And Brian Olson, take care.
And we are the Brick Street Bryans.